Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In today's video, I want to show you how you can level up your mixing game, especially for starters or someone who's just aiming to get into the audio mixing environment with using multi-tracks, and where you can get these multi-tracks for free. I do understand that, and it was also my story when I was starting out and I was self-learning. There were not enough resources for me to learn with. I wanted to learn how to mix, but I didn't know where to get materials to mix with. Lots of sounds, basically, if that's the right word. And so I only had the opportunity to be in church during service or be in the rehearsals to be able to have things to mix, and I have nothing to practice with on my own. I was no musician, so be able to produce my sound myself. And multi-track was very helpful for me because I could mix things that had already been recorded directly from the input source, so no processing added to it. So it's basically what I would get if I was in a live situation and I'm mixing directly. And then I could mix at the comfort of my own home without anyone to judge me or to judge my mixing, and to actually play with things and have all the time I need. And multi-track was key. It wasn't easy to get multi-track, but I want to show you a resource I found online that really helped me, and also use the opportunity to give a shout out to them. So basically, if you actually are getting into mixing, you need multi-tracks, and you need to find a way to be able to play back this pre-recorded tracks, instruments, drums, kick drum, for example, snare, tom, vocals, even guitar, keyboard, everything, and actually mix a music. And if you have no reference point, you can even hear what the finished product sounds like from the person who mixed its point of view, and try to either recreate it or do something that sounds the way you want it to sound from those same inputs, and just have a feel and play with your mixing console. With the mixer you already have, maybe at your church, you can just plug these things in and do it the way you want. And one very free resource for that, for getting multi-track recordings to use, is Telefunken electroacoustic.com. That's the name of the website. I found this website from someone a long time ago. I've even forgotten who the person is, but I'm pretty sure it was from the internet. And for some reason, they just have these things in their website for you to use for free, solely for educational purposes. Anyway, that's what they say. They said, so if you're seeking to educate yourself, I guess that counts. And so if you go to the website, which I'll put in the description as well, Telefunken electroacoustic.com. It's spelled funny, especially the electroacoustic, spelled with a K or with two Ks, and get on their website. Basically, it's a microphone company. I'll just, as a means to give them a shout out, read a little bit of their about section here. It says Telefunken Electroacoustic was born out of the desire to develop restoration parts for some of the world's most prized vintage vacuum tube based microphones, and in turn preserve their legacy. Now in production for over 2 decades, the Diamond series consists of the most historically accurate recreations of a handful of the most sought after microphones ever made. The Telefunken diamond found on every product continues to represent premium quality and craftsmanship. So basically, it's a microphone making company that tries to recreate some of the vintage old style microphone. And something they've done is to have record sessions. So if you go to audio video session in their website, and you see a session that says multi-tracks, and there are a bunch of multi-tracks here, like multi-track sessions, and they have all the files of all their recordings. Basically, everything that's been mic'd in the multi-track or that you get from their website have been mic'd with Telefunken electroacoustic mics, and the mic sounds really wonderful, to be fair. And another thing I've also learned that I use a lot is under the audio video session, there's a live from the lab sessions. I really like these. They have like multiple seasons, which you can search by, and sessions. Says the live from the lab live music video series is recorded and filmed at Telefunken Electroacoustics facility in South Windsor, Connecticut. It's in the US. And so each of the sessions is tracked live exclusively with Telefunken microphones, and features unique performances from a variety of local, regional, national, and international artists and ensembles. So basically, you have everything. There are multiple genres of music, from rock to pop to everything you want, you find here. Different artists, some that are local that you've never heard of, some you probably have heard of, some very wonderful artists, lots of instruments. And you definitely find something that matches the style of music you already do at your church or at your event, or that you would like to mix on. And just download this stuff for educational purposes only. Again, I'd like to mention. and have a play with those. Those are really, really wonderful thing to do. I've got a video on this channel that shows you how to do a virtual sound check with an analog mixing console. So if you want to mix your multi-track recordings that you've downloaded with an analog console, with digital console, it's very easy and straightforward because it's digital. You can just plug and use your digital mixer like a multi-track audio interface. But with analog console, it's not very simple, and I've got a very, very cost effective way to be able to achieve that in this channel. I'll also link that video in the description for you to check out if you haven't done so already. So yeah, that's just a massive tool that's there online and it's free, and I thought to share with you. And also I'd use the opportunity to give a massive shout out to Telefunken Electroacoustic for the massive work that they're doing online. I've been a beneficiary of that, my audience as well, because I've used some of their materials, multi-track, to be able to mix and educate you guys in some videos on this channel. And I think they're doing a really fantastic job out there. So thank you very much to Telefunken Electroacoustic, if anyone from the company sees this video anyway. And yeah, that's what this video is going to be about. And thank you very much for sticking around till the end. I see you in the other video. Bye for now.